So just be aware, just be calm, and carry on because there's going to be opportunities there.
Okay, I cannot repeat that, but I understood that. So meet the Singapore gang. But of course, before we end, we just try to impart our own life lessons.
Yeah.
Are you ready for that part where you just
so serious.
it's just simple. I mean, it could be as simple as look for the best food because you don't want to waste one meal. Something like that.
Okay.
Just something that you could impart with the people who are listening. We do have a lot of women who listen, and it would be great for them to hear from women from Singapore. Like, what would you like to say to our audience?
Oh, so many. You want to start?
No, you go.
Okay. Well, wow, there's so many things I want to say, but I think if there's one thing, it sounds very cliche, but the world is lacking of peace nowadays.
Yes.
And I think as women, it's very important for us to show love, kindness, and respect. And it doesn't matter from where you come from, who you are, how you're being brought up, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. Because life out there is really very, very, very bad. And I think we all need to look back in ourselves and stay grounded and always be respectful to others.
Wow, that's really powerful. And I think that's why I really believe, even if it's stepping out of my comfort zone, I really always try to introduce myself to somebody different from me. Just because we have to connect. And once we do, I mean, the hard part, being jahe in the Philippines is what it's called. You're shy. You don't know how the other will react. So you don't know how to make the first move. Kind of like in dating, right?
Yeah.
Well, what could you lose? If the other person doesn't want to talk to you, it's okay.
Yeah.
Then you try again. So I think that's one of for me, the biggest steps to peace. Just knowing that others are different from you. But how endearing that they're different. And they're also trying to understand me in their own way.
Yes.
Like you saying, babaeng maganda. It's like so cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at her just really trying to make me feel welcome and that I'm a friend. Welcoming us into your home, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That like, a family of artists. It was a home filled with love. It was so beautiful. So I think those steps are necessary. Shu, and you have a podcast now as well. And it's with your best friend.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rosie. Rosie. So she's an actor as well, a theater actor.
She is, she's a mix of things. So she's a theater practitioner, she's a counselor, she is an incredible human being.
Wow.
She uses drama in education and she uses it in many different ways. It's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what she
Rosie
does. McGowan.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
And your podcast is called?
The podcast is called Easy to Say. So
Easy to Say.
it's an advice podcast. And it's because, so for me, I love giving advice.
Okay.
But in real life, I
People
work very
always say
hard.
like easy to say like you.
Exactly. Because advice
The
easy to
tagline.
say, man.
Yeah,
You know?
easy for you to say. Yeah,
Yes,
easy to say.
correct.
Okay, so they're saying it back to you like, easy to say.
No, because we're saying that we're going to give you advice, but it's easy for us to say because we don't have to do it. But at the end of the day, it's your life.
Correct.
Right? So I guess for me, this would be to figure out how to connect with who you are, how to connect to your thoughts and give space for those emotions and what you're going through to exist in yourself and to really build a relationship and to really build trust in your relationship with yourself.
Okay,
But
because
that's-
it starts there.
Yeah, but that's easy to say, right?
Easy to say. And I like that you allow people to message you. So they can DM you at Unshuan. That's
Yeah.
O-N.
Shuan.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll write that in the description. Just
Thank
so
you.
even the ones who are listening here can ask you and Rosie for advice.
Yes, and we also have a Google form in our bio, so you can send in questions completely
Anonymous.
anonymously.
Because that's important. Well, what if you wanted your name in there?
Well, then let us know. Then just DM me and
Okay,
we will
like
maybe put it
not
in.
anonymous.
Yeah, correct. Say my name. Say my name.
it's so nice to see. I mean, just from what you do,
Yeah.
the community involvement, one, two, the fact that you produce and that you want to create job opportunities for dreamers as well.
Yeah.
It's so nice. And I think the words collaborative
Yeah.
space is so beautiful because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
We just want to include people because the art grows and grows
Yeah.
and grows.
Oh,
Even when there's a
definitely.
rerun,
Yeah.
etc. So I just love that about you. And
Aw.
it's inspiring.
Thank you. But I think to I guess build on that, if there's anything I learned about being part of the theater or what I love about being part of the theater community is how you're really never alone. You have to kind of know if this is something that you want to do. First and foremost, it's about being a part of a team. It's about being a team player. Because even this concert, like, it's not a musical, yeah, but my entire team, they're all people from the theater, and they're all people who I love. I've grown to really admire, and I've learned so much from. And that's what I love about every, I guess, opportunity that I've been able to do the past years. It's because every experience for me is a learning experience, and people in the theater kind of stay young so long because of that childlike wonder and because they never stop wanting to learn. And if anything, that's why even if I feel like I've been around a while, it also feels like I'm just starting. I feel like I'm a beginner,
There's that
actually.
na.
There's that. Like, I feel like I'm just starting and there's so many things I haven't done. And I like that I'm still excited about it. So, yeah, to anybody who's watching, it could be the same for you also. Na parang just be excited about life. Because
Yeah,
life-
whatever job it is that you have, diba?
Yeah, whatever job it is. But of course, I mean, let's not get into all the...
I love
Yeah.
banking. Ganyan, diba?
Oy, wag ka. I was a corporate girly once upon a time. But yeah.
Yeah,
But then I
yeah.
found
but
the
you could
space
be
here.
excited about,
Yeah.
diba? Oh
Yeah.
my God, I love it when people save money. Love it. Love to help them invest. You
Yeah.
never know, diba? Because, I mean, I wouldn't know, but I imagine maybe it's kind of like that.
Yeah, but it's also like, when you're discovering new things and it's always like, ooh, what is this? Like, I want to
Yeah.
learn about that. And I guess being an actor, that's also where I am. Na parang yun yung headspace ko na. Everything is something new to learn about and discover. So,
Yeah.
wow.
And it's nice that you get to collaborate also with your husband and that you have
Yeah.
supportive parents. Shout out to them. I just want to make this quick
Stage that
kwento.
talaga. Oo.
And mom.
And mom.
And even your Lola watches like
Yeah.
Ramahari. They're so cute.
No,
like they
they-
even support me. I'm like,
No,
I feel
they-
the love.
They
like,
love you.
They're so cute.
They're super fans,
Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. I
Yun pa,
mean,
siguro I got that whole being a fangirl from my parents. And my mom is the type, kung 13 lang yung show sa entire production, she'll watch 7, but she won't tell me. I'll find out after. Yeah, I watched 7 times. Like, mother, stop it right now.
I know we were having this conversation and it was so funny because I was like, Tita, I have something to tell you because, we were talking about like how my dad is always also in every show. And sabi ko, one time, parang my confession lang was sometimes I complain to Yael na I'm not part of the children's cast. But, we do appreciate them in a big way. But also,
Yeah.
we're not part of the children's cast. But, it was just so cute to have that conversation with
Yeah.
her because, we do appreciate all the support. And,
Yeah.
But sometimes it gets awkward.
Yeah naman. But then like, I've learned to love it. Parang yun na yung
Yeah,
personality
yeah.
nila. Ever since. They've
And I
always
guess
been...
we'll be the same at one
I
point.
know.
Right? Like, we're always there watching.
But also...
even with friends, di ba? Parang stage friend.
Oo, pero baka nga bumabawi siya kasi nga siya yung nagpigil sa akin dati. Yung gano'n. Yeah.
Kaya ba ang dami niyang questions? Send ko sa'yo.
Kaya, oo. As in, siya dati yung parang, don't do it. But also because as a mother, of course, protective. I mean, she experienced band life also and stuff like that. Pero when I entered it full force, nag-support din sila full force. So parang kakatuwa. Lucky. I mean, really blessed that my parents were like that. So it also
Yeah.
encouraged me to kind of just go for it. Yung dad ko din very like, let her do it. Go for it. Ganyan.
Cute.
So it was very much
And I'm
because
sure
of
your
their
Lola
support.
also.
Oh, both my lolas were performers. My lola mom's side was Macbeth at one point in her life. And then my lola dad's side was like a leading lady of UP. So
We need a sample
I
in the
know.
concert.
no, hopefully
Maybe
they'll
like
watch.
clips. Diba?
Sana
Clips.
makahanap. But yeah, that was, I guess, the background
Wow.
of the whole performing bug. It's their fault, really.
I get so
Introduce
much
Mica.
advice from this woman over here. Ladies and gentlemen, my wife, the queen, Mica Javier.
No, you have to say the queen of the king of R&B.
It's okay. For
Shout out
so many
us.
years, I'm just like, anak ni Zsa Zsa, and now I'm asawa ni Sponge Cola.
Oh my gosh, remember
Asawa ni
your
Sponge Cola.
anak ni concert?
That's funny.
I feel that. I'm also anak ni.
Yeah, ganun talaga.
Ngayon,
no?
asawa ni.
Asawa niya. It's okay.
I'm sure he also gets that though. No?
I don't know.
I bet you.
That's okay. Well, are you ready?
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Advice.
Advice for the youngins?
I guess, no, I mean, just whatever you want to share. Because I know you also have like a lot of business know-how. Because that's one of the first things I remember you by. Was it scent? You had
Yeah.
candles,
Oh my
right?
gosh, you remember this?
Yeah.
She has a good memory.
Well, she
It's
did
all
graduate
coming back.
college with flying colors. Who? Kay.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah, so that's why
See?
you get along.
Oh, we all
because you
Advice. Friendships? Girl and boy friendships.
Yeah, we were talking about that. And I'm so grateful that she is secure and just beautiful and kind.
You know,
and
I know what I can share. Mahirap kasi it really depends on the person if,
Correct,
if
yeah.
you know, a guy and girl friendship will work or not. But focus on yourself and be whole within yourself so that any partner or person that you connect with or have in your life, you don't need to feel insecure about what they do or don't do because you're secure in yourself. I think that's so important.
Period.
Because if
Bam.
they're gonna mess up, that's their
On them.
loss,
Yeah.
not yours. So why be stressed? Just focus on
Right.
yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to others.
Do you agree, El?
Namaste.
No, but wait. Before that, I just want to share, nakakasi kanina, Mica had to help JR find his way back to his friends. I think so. What? Galing naman dito. Springtime. Have you ever posed for a painting?
No, never.
I did one in Mount Makiling, like a sitting, I think.
What does it say? There are like writings in there and it's like blurred.
You should. Monet. So is it a real Monet? Oh, wow. Springtime.
Claude Monet captures the essence of the season with a serene scene of a woman beneath. Blossoming trees, soft pastels, and dappled light evoke renewal and tranquility, celebrating the fleeting moments of spring with an impressionistic touch. Oh, it's a replica. It says that.
It says
But we should be here. Like, let's take a screenshot. Smile, mama. Chitty. Yeah. Oh,
replica because like it looks new.
the water lily pond. 1899. Oh, this one's original. Oh, no. The original is from 1899.
Everything's replica.
This one is pond with water lilies. You have water lilies in no casa?
Yes. Inspired by the paintings that I saw in New York, but it's like
Okay, I'm gonna take your photo there because you're super matching. Right now. Okay. Hirap naman ang film. Ready?
did you crop this stick?
Say it.
Look at that door. Here.
This one is water lilies.
Yeah.
So pretty talaga. Water lilies and palaka. Nymphaeus. Oh, you could shoot your music video, stream her song, Pag Tinadhana.
Pag-ibig darating din.
Ganda. How wonderful. Let's go. You would totally be allergic.
It's dried naman.
In my head, you would be more allergic to dried. Oh, you're in the painting. It's an immersive experience. Nice. Yay.
I'll take you.
Oh, together? Oh, please.
Something easier.
Oh, just I guess here. Now you can just hold it here. All right.
Then
Yeah. No need to press. It's just a video. Yeah. You come from there. I'll come from here. Thank you.
You're gonna be in the middle.
It's just ready. 1, 2, 3. It's here. Thank you. Thank you. Ta-da! She helped us out. Oh, we are in our 24th minute. The camera will die soon. Wow! You are a work of art. This is Michael Kwan from LaSalle College of the Arts here in Singapore. Ganda! Come in. Okay.
You have an extra battery?
None. It will end. No, it's okay. Because it's a walkthrough. It's a walk with me series. Ang ganda! Wow.
Take photos.
Oh, this is relaxing. Maybe we should. Well, we could end here. Wow. I love it. Look at this. Maybe we could sit here and just hang out for a bit. Ooh, we're color blue. Thank you for walking with us here in Singapore Gardens by the Bay.
There's still so much to see.
I know.
Waterfalls.
There's always too much to see, but you have to stop and hang out. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for watching K's Drama. It's me, Karylle, and my mama, Zsa Zsa. Bye. Till next time. Oh, my shoes are clean today. We should have been matching. These are my shoes and the last few.
I only brought one in.
Me also.
I just It's nice to sit down.
Yeah. Pagod. Hi. Don't worry, it's dark.
You know when you have
Oh, do you want a
lily pond, you
photo?
have to trim it.
It's fine. Come
The lily pond kasi it just grows so much.
easily, no?
Yeah.
It's changing. Oh, that's the one I wanted
Just
to
the
buy.
lights are changing, girl.
No, it's changing. Lights.
It's
It's like ano,
it's like being in a forest and the light changes when the
time lapse.
parang when the clouds pass by. Iiba.
I mean, that's a tough conversation to have, especially Christmas time, especially when the guilt sets in that you're far away from your family. And we've heard that story a lot. So I don't know if you're the one to give the advice, but is there something you can say from your own experience about how you deal with, but you never have to send naman money back home, but
I do.
you're not like, it's not the same as parang, sige na, wala naman na ngayon. Do you give any advice to people you've encountered? Yung parang OA na yung padala mo, magtipid ka naman. I mean,
You need to know what are the needs
okay.
and what are the wants. Ngayon, if kung yung anak mo gusto lang ng bagong phone dahil nawala niya yung phone, baka okay lang naman na wala siyang phone. Diba?
I love the delivery.
Okay lang naman yun. Di naman
Nawala
siya
naman niya eh.
Nawala naman niya, diba? Or kung gusto niya ng magandang rubber shoes, teka lang, what did you do to earn that? Whereas, the OFW abroad, diba? Parang, not everyone is a professional
Yes.
right? So, they really sacrifice a lot just to be able to send money for that new phone. It's not a toy. For them, it's a toy, right? So, that's where it's important again. You need to know the cash flow of the family. Like, kailangan nila ng feed for the chickens. Diba? Tunay bang kumikita ka dyan sa chickens mo? Or baka naman lagi kang nananakawan? Inaalagaan mo ba yung farm mo talaga? So, the OFW, I think, would need to make sure that their family is also accountable to them.
Okay. Kind of like what we were talking about, the friends who are the managing partners. Yeah, everyone has to be accountable because everyone is working hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is our wish that everyone is able to save and also be ready for retirement one day.
You know, actually, there is one saving instrument that is very attractive for OFWs, the MP2.
What is this MP2?
It's a pag-ibig product. So, it's not a fixed income. But every year, they give a return, and it's usually much higher than what you would get as an interest on a savings deposit.
Okay.
And if you're an OFW and you just go to an embassy, then you ask them about the pag-ibig, and then MP2 is a very, very good product.
This is in any country. It's probably in
because
every
it's
country.
Because if you're an OFW and you're properly documented,
okay, this is your
and then you want to have, because you can continue paying your pag-ibig even from abroad. You can continue paying your SSS if you want to do that.
So it's like a privilege for OFWs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So MP2 I think is a very actually I didn't know about that for a long time. Then I realized, teka, parang sayang yun Parang ang ganda
opportunity
kasi.
cost.
Opportunity
Nasayang.
cost.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, we learned a lot. I don't know, information overload. Should we go on? Maybe we'll do a part 2. But I just wanted to thank you because I know you were surprised when I reached out about the podcast, but I do limit it for now to people I know personally and people who have influenced me greatly and people I look up to.
Wow, grabe.
Hindi. You can ask anyone who's listened to everything, and it's that. And I'm very lucky because I have surrounded myself with good people and a lot of people who teach me things that otherwise hindi ko alam. Like, for example, my course in college is BS Management, major in Communications Technology Management. Did I find that by myself? No, it was Ging.
We were in the same course, diba? In the first semester.
Because I did go through the school brochure and I didn't understand what I wanted. And somehow you knew that, I guess you go to your future thinking, how you think about retirement. I think you kind of figured that it was a new course and it was quite attractive at the time. I wanted to bring it up because I was eating out the other day and there were college students talking about guys na parang, oh my gosh, he's management. Red flag. And I was like,
bakit?
I don't know.
Ano yung red flag?
Red flag na parang...
Red flag na ba yung management? Okay na nga yan
Natatawa lang ako because it's just a casual convo within, like a safe space, but they don't know I was eavesdropping. And then, Comtech comes up. And I was like, okay, tana, it's my course. Comtech. Why does that course even exist? And I was just like, it was the most high-tech course in my time. Things have
why
changed. Does that course even exist? I was just like, but our tagline back then was Comtech is high-tech because it was the newest course back then.
I think like courses in university, it doesn't really matter what your course is because what matters is the skills that you learn.
Correct.
It depends on the field, obviously. Like let's say
You started Comtech and shifted to
BS Math. So like after one semester, I shifted to BS Math and then I did a double degree into economics.
wow.
But it doesn't. Actually, like a couple of months ago, there was a group of professors in Ateneo who came here and then they wanted to form this alumni association in Singapore of economics graduates.
Cool.
And we were talking about like, oh, are you eco honors? Eco ka ba? Or meco ka ba? Ganyan. Then we realized it doesn't even matter because it only matters in your first job. Or probably when you're applying
When they're
for grad
hiring.
school.
Okay.
After that, it's like how you manage your career. It doesn't even matter if you were like I remember at our batch, ME was like such management engineering was such a hot course,
Correct.
right? It may not be as prestigious as it used to be because there are now new courses of I think like advanced math or applied math and finance, things like that. But like
okay.
I think the courses they change, but what's important is like how you manage your time and if you can actually convince or if you've learned the necessary skills to work efficiently, right? Because like a lot of times some students are very good at taking tests, but they're not very good in real life.
That's true. And I'm hearing that more and more now, so much so that it is actually a disadvantage presently if you come from what used to be the top 3 universities for hiring.
Why?
It has shifted because of, as you're saying, the attitude, how you handle your career. So that is shifting. Although there are still some courses like I have a friend who teaches sa com sci department and 100% ang hiring nila kasi
Yeah.
in demand. So yung iba nahihirapan na and talagang iniiwasan na yung
Kasi
top
there's a feeling
universities.
of entitlement.
Yeah, so I think what you said is very important. Like, it's not even the course, but how you take care of your career. And
Yeah.
maybe you can share something about that because you are very successful. I mean, you were hired
Wow naman,
out of...
thank you.
No, I mean, very, very successful. So what is something they can take away from you when it comes to attitude?
So like, when you're young, when you're studying, you have this idea of I'm gonna get into a really good university, then get into a really good job, and then I don't know, I'm gonna take an MBA or whatever. Then you make plans. And then you do everything that you can towards that plan. Sometimes it works out according to plan, but a lot of times it doesn't. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't go according to plan. Because like in my case, I got into finance simply because I needed money to supplement my scholarship,
Okay.
and an internship in a Dutch bank paid me. That was it.
Okay, so it wasn't the grand plan.
No, it wasn't the grand
Really?
plan. My
Okay.
grand plan was to finish grad school in economics and then work for a multilateral organization like the IMF or ADB. Suddenly, I'm in finance, right?
Okay.
So when things don't go according to plan, it's a bit painful when that happens, but like there are always opportunities when you have things that are a bit chaotic.
Yeah. Kind of like the theme of last week.
Yes.
Pwede bang theme kung 1 week lang?
Oo, kasi
Okay,
until
okay.
now it's being reported pa rin by like Bloomberg and CNBC how things were so volatile. Actually, it's when things are moving that I feel that you have more space to shine.
Correct.
When things are perfectly in place, it's very difficult to find your space.
Especially if you're just starting,
Yeah.
diba?
So I remember when I first started here in Singapore, in the first bank that I worked at, I was so excited to join. And then after 3 months, the head of the chief economist for Asia resigned. Then his deputy resigned. I felt like I was rudderless. Paano ako matututo, 'di ba? And I wanted to resign and I wanted to go to another bank because that other bank was hiring. And then one of the seniors in that bank told me, you have the opportunity to shine here.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like these senior people have left.
There is some chaos, kumbaga.
Yeah. So I had space to shine. I had space
Because
to
you're ready
talk to
too.
clients. Yeah. So like your hard work will prepare you for when the opportunity
Yes.
comes. But then that opportunity usually comes when it's chaotic.
So yeah, it's being prepared for those moments, eh? And I guess all the years of preparation, the studying, I guess also your values and all the
Yeah.
education that you've gotten.
Like you're not entitled.
Correct.
Just because you have this degree doesn't mean that you're not supposed to work as much. Right? Or just because you don't have a certain accent doesn't mean. Alam mo kasi.
Okay. Tell us about this accent. So we're from Poveda.
Ayan na naman.
We only said it in the end because we didn't want you to judge us.
Parang nahiya pa eh.
No, I mean, there is some shaming that goes on. And I did talk about that with Hermana Roslyn. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when you're from a school or a certain, circle, sometimes people like to shame you. And I'm like, why should I feel bad about having gone to school? Or, diba?
Yeah.
Parang, doon ako lumaki eh.
Oh.
Paano ba yun?
Oh, at saka parang in the Philippines, we're so aware of the accents or like saying like, okay, thinking that like, oh, that person is not so comfortable speaking English. You can hear it from the accent. Ano bang accent yun? If you go outside of the Philippines, everybody has an accent.
Exactly. We are so critical about it. I don't know
Everybody
why.
has an accent.
Yeah.
So like the Swedes have an accent, the Italians have an
Right.
accent. So what matters is the content of what you're saying.
Right.
It may even be like it's inevitable that if it's not your first language, you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's fine. I mean, it won't be fine if you're a professor of English, right?
Yes.
That's different. But if you're not an English professor, you're not a journalist, it's inevitable that you would make mistakes when you speak. But what's important is that you're good at your job. And your job is not speaking English. Speaking English is a tool of a trade. It's not the be all and end all. And just
Right.
because you speak English doesn't mean you're smart.
Yeah, because we were having that discussion, of course, of why do some Filipinos who live in the Philippines, why do they not know how to speak in Filipino?
Yeah. I find that so sad.
Unless, of course, if they're from a different place, not Manila, and they speak a dialect or a different Philippine language.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least for the ones who study in Manila, a lot of them have refused
Yeah.
to speak in Filipino because they have their reasons. But for whatever reason that is, you were saying that, and I agree that people should be multilingual. You speak Spanish, Espanol. She speaks Espanol, and now French.
Not fluently, diba?
But you take classes, like you do
Yeah.
one-on-one conversations
Yeah.
with your teacher.
Yeah.
Tama ba yan? Ano ba
Yeah.
yung tawag? Like a session, an hour session in the mornings. I remember when I
Yeah.
was here.
Yeah. So that at that time I think I was studying French.
Spanish pa. ata.
Spanish, yeah. Now I'm studying French.
And my
I
question
also
was, pogi ba yung teacher mo? Ba yan? Mga iniisip ko.
But I also went to Barcelona like for 2 weeks with one of our friends in high school, and then we went there to study to Spanish. But I think like speaking Tagalog or learning the language at the same time that you're speaking English is a skill. It's not necessarily that you speak Tagalog. It's the fact that you know how to learn a language. And it's the fact that when you're thinking in a different language, you're actually thinking in a parallel way. What I notice is my voice is actually very different when I speak English versus when I'm speaking in Tagalog. Or even my tone is different when I'm speaking French. Like there are studies that show that like you have different personalities in different languages. So the ability that you're able to stretch the capability of your brain.
Yeah, and they say it's good brain exercise
It's
talaga.
very good brain exercise.
Kasi ayaw natin tumanda with dementia or some kind of condition pa,
So,
diba?
and you know, when we were young naman, I would like to think we were bilingual. Diba?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't understand why kids these days
Limit
in
themselves.
Manila, they only know English.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like Marianne, diba, we just teach the kids stupid stuff. Like, dito o, or nik-nik mo. And then they're more receptive to learning, or kulangot. I mean, sometimes you just have to make it fun also for the kids.
I think they need to learn how to play in the language.
Yeah, like what are the intricacies, diba? The things that make it ours, the things that make us laugh, that kind of kwelang laughter, diba? I think if you figure out how to tell them, kasi pang matalino lang yung dalawa-dalawa yung language, parang you have to sell it well. That's my own take on it. And then if I fail, I'm like, forget this. I'm not even gonna talk to you. Ganun ako. I'm snooty about it. And my husband is actually very snooty about being wrong grammar in Filipino. Or having
Ang hirap
wrong
naman
grammar.
yan. Kasi from Poveda, medyo mataas talaga yung threshold. Mataas yung,
Hindi naman. Like,
yung ano natin na mali tayong grammar doon.
pa din is wrong. So every time I say pa din, I'm like, it's pa rin. And I'm like,
Why
so
is
sorry.
it wrong? I don't understand.
Please find the tutorial. But it's online. I'll give you a cheat sheet. But pa rin is the correct one. Like, tuloy pa rin the song. That's your thing to memorize. Yeah, he's pretty snooty about that. I can't make too many grammar mistakes.
Yeah, but we try.
Yeah, we try very hard.
Yeah.
I was just explaining to my aunt when she said I misspelled pamilya because pangit yata yung isa kong pagsulat ng P, she thought it was F. I was like, I studied naman Filipino. And, I took Philosophy 101 in Filipino and also Philosophy 103 in Filipino, where the thesis statements were in Filipino and you couldn't answer it na Taglish. It had to be straight Filipino. So I was like, I'm pretty okay. Plus my husband is so snooty, so what am I gonna do? I like that he's particular with our own language. So that's quite cute and different.
But I think also when you feel different. The emotions are different. You know when you're angry and then you say something in Tagalog.
Do you want to say it? You can.
No, not really. When you're angry and you say something in Tagalog, talagang feel mo, nagalit ka talaga.
Tagos sa buto.
Yeah.
Ganyan.
Whereas if you say it in English, it's just like, yeah, okay, got it. Diba?
It feels almost like fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly how my brain felt. Those words that she could not say. As it was a difficult conversation with you or a difficult hour. But yeah, it's now the part that you were dreading. So I find that sometimes the guests come in with like a one-liner in mind already. But other times, I think as the conversation flows, you figure out what you want people to remember you by, or what do you want to teach them for this theme, for this season in particular? Because I think we should have you back so that more people can be more financially financially literate.
Stress ako.
No, don't be stressed. For me, the one thing you've imparted is that you want OFWs to really go home victorious in the biggest sense, and I think that stuck with me all these years. And I don't even know what you said. I do remember we were having wine that night and we were in Robertson Key there. I
don't remember.
Because it was just
Marianne must have been there. Do you remember?
It was one of those nights that we were having cheese and then wine. But you said it for sure. And I was so shocked. That
Look at me imparting wisdom at such a young age. I was just 13.
Siguro may 13 naman. But you were a teenager na. But yeah, I guess siguro, diba? I was like, wow, that's pretty selfless to have a wish for other people. I mean, you didn't say naman, I wish for them, ganyan. But for you to have a general sentiment of, I want them to have a better life because you see how hard they work. I mean, on the train, on the bus, we see a lot of Filipinos. And in restaurants, they feed me. I mean, the guy who gave me trays of sushi, I don't think he was earning that much, but he shared, some food with me. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Pinoys here because
kabayan.
Diba? And you do want what's best for them. And sometimes people take advantage of them. Sometimes they also don't know what is due them. So that's why, for me, that is my one-liner for you, that you've always wanted the best for Filipinos, especially the ones who work so hard in hot Singapore, where sometimes the heat index is intense. Diba?
Yeah.
You guys work hard here. So are you ready? One-liner? Do you want a one-liner?
A one-liner.
That I can repeat so that they can repeat it also. As just a guiding force in life.
So I think I really thought hard about this. But because of the market movements last week, I think what's really important is when you want to save, you go according to your plan. But when things don't go according to plan, when your investment decisions were not or seem not to be the best at the time, don't despair, because in that chaotic moment, there are opportunities. So just be aware, just be calm, and carry on because there's going to be opportunities there.
Okay, I cannot repeat that, but I understood that. So press -10, -10, -10, and just repeat that. But that's good, no? I mean, because some people think it's the end of the world. And I hate that about K-dramas, when there's a moment when they think it's the end of the world because they have so much debt or whatever, for example. So what you're saying is that in those darkest of moments or the chaotic times, something good will happen if you can catch the opportunity, I think, also.
Yeah, be open to the opportunities,
And prepare for it.
Yeah.
Prepare for the good things that are coming your way.
Because hard work prepares you for that opportunity.
You have to prepare din naman talaga. I mean, that's one of the things. And if you're prepared, like your boss saw in you, that you were prepared and that you could be ready for that moment, then go, diba? Take center stage, diba?
From all your years, of course, of serving in the government and just basically being a woman of the Philippines, we would like to close the episode by just maybe you could share something that you've learned that you want to stress na people can remember. Like, because usually we would do one-liners, but maybe you could share something that you just want to impart to our listeners.
Actually, for me, I think all of us should go back to imparting values and going back, finding our values in ourselves, with in our family, with our children. I think if you want, social media is neutral. It's neither good, neither bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't have values that guide us to what is right and what is wrong, we can be easily swayed by what other people say. But if we have values within ourselves, then we will be able to discern what's right and what's wrong. Because now I think that's what we are all missing. Our value system are no longer there. Everything is relative. There's no more absolute right and wrong.
The gray is getting bigger. The gray lines are not just lines. They're like an area na. Talaga.
Yeah, so that's why we're easily swayed. Diba? Because it really depends on feel good. So I feel good, so this must be good. Right? So and I think where we are in the Philippines, now is because we are missing that old Filipino values. There's a lot of Filipino values that are no longer being observed.
That makes sense, actually. But I like how you say start it with your family, because then you could have a safe space to discuss, to teach, to learn.
Yeah.
As long as you don't become too defensive and shut out your family, because that is also a danger for some. When there are disagreements made, then people just say, I unfriend you or unfamily you. But I think if you create that safe space where the family shares the values, then it will be successful.
Yeah, but I think it would start very early in your family.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't.
I believe so.
You
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
do that when they're
Later on,
all
when
already.
they're in the
and-
debating form na.
Yeah.
But of course, still able to think for themselves and discern. I mean, I'm a big believer of like having enough tools to be able to discern and have a strong mind that can, yun nga, find out what the truths are, what is good, what is right.
No, because you can, if you have a strong sense of value, which is absolute right and absolute wrong, good communication and dialogue with each other.
Dialogue is important,
Yeah,
not the
because-
shutting down,
yeah.
shutting, shut up, shut away. What do you
Yeah.
call it? What is it? Like when you just shut them out. Sorry, shut away. Tuloy.
Yeah,
When you
so-
shut out your family, yeah.
Yeah, because when you establish its value, most of the time you're all in the same page. It's when
Right.
now your discussion are relating to things that are not covered by the
Right. But I guess siguro the value of respect needs to remain so that everyone can already explore their own thoughts as well.
Yeah, and the value of loving yourself.
Yes.
Because now everything values the people value themselves, not because of themselves, but because of what other people are doing.
In relation to
and being materialistic, right? Because other people have this,
I
and
have to
compare
match.
and compare to them. I only have this, therefore I'm not valuable, right? So I mean,
Yeah, you have to have your self-respect and know your value, which goes back to my original topic na I am not pregnant and I have to just protect my peace and myself.
yeah, no, and I want to say, some people who might have asked you that and congratulated you might be just because they want to be happy for you.
Correct.
Yeah,
Which
but
is harmless enough.
yeah, but you have to look at it in the other side. There are some people who might want to have children and they could not, no matter how much they tried, they could not. And it's a problem for them. So it's a stress on them. Then you
Yes.
congratulated them. Then you add stress to them. No?
Yeah.
Because some people, okay lang if some people decide they don't want to have children. Like me, I
Yes.
decided I don't want to have children.
I think the term now is child-free instead of childless. One of the funny things that I did experience was the first person to congratulate me was my makeup artist. And I was like, well, number one, it says there that I announced it on my page. That was the copy of the text. Karylle announced that she is pregnant. So that palang, you could just check my page to see if I announced it.
Yeah.
And he did not fact check that. And then it said, after 6 years of marriage, I was like, didn't you do my makeup at the wedding? That was 10 years na. We're 10 years married, not 6. So tawa kami ng tawa because we were together like the other week. So yeah, fact checking is important as well. There is this thing that you could do on Google, for example, where you put the photo and
It's called Google image
the
search.
Google image search, so that you could see what the photo is about.
Yeah.
Where it came from, the origin of it. So it's just funny because I do have one. I think my mom and I were doing a lot of videos at the time. Like anywhere we would go, we would take videos. And this particular video that they got for the pregnancy story was taken at the buffet. During the pandemic, where, I think we all kind of gained some weight. So we were at the buffet.
Tagal mo naman nag-pregnant.
Diba? So,
Pandemic pa.
tsaka third na to. Sabi ko, ano ba? So, I knew that I had to talk about it in a bigger way because Otherwise, people will just keep repeating the same news over and over again. And can you imagine, this is number 3 already for me. So it's gotten to a point where I don't even understand how frustrating it is. But yeah, it's gotten out of hand, especially because I see their likes. Like na lang our podcast. This is the source. So I'm taking back my power and talking about it here on Case Drama. Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you so much, Kim. I hope that you enjoyed your time here on Case Drama. Thank you for being the help that I needed.
I hope I did help you. But
Yeah,
I think we should pass new laws to deal with all these things.
Yeah, because we do not want people to be
Helpless.
helpless. I mean, on my side, but for me, my worry is, where does this lead us? Where does this kind of thinking lead us? What will be the future of our society if we are so easily fooled by news items from sites that have funny names with funny profile photos that do not even look like a news site? You know, there are so many signs. I mean, the grammar is wrong, the facts are wrong.
Yeah, but the problem there is those reading it might not even be aware that the grammar is wrong, because there's a study that our grade 5 student doesn't even know how to read English.
I see.
It has a lot of systemic problem.
Yeah.
Because-
Sometimes it looks like also a Twitter or X quote. They make it appear like it's a screenshot or a screen grab. So there are a lot of ways that they are fooling people. So for me, let's all be mindful about the things we share, the things we believe, because we don't know where this would lead us.
Yeah. You might
Yes.
cause stress, and you don't know the threshold of the mental capacity. Yeah. Some people...
Ako, it's not about that for me. It's just about, what does this mean for our society in the long run? That's an endless list of what could we become. I mean, I would like to think that we are good thinking people. So in any aspect, may it be current affairs, celebrity news, and of course, politics. Because when it comes to those things, it could get dangerous if we don't know what is true and what is fake.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Kim.
You're welcome.
I hope you had fun here on Case Drama.